So if your desktop looks like this, then you may be interested in a new feature in macOS Mojave. A lot of times we just put files on the desktop when we don't know where else to put them. Maybe the best of intentions are that we just want to store them there temporarily and then find a better place for them in the Documents folder later on, but we end up with a mess. Maybe this many files or even worse. So something in Mojave called Desktop Stacks allows you to kind of temporarily get a handle on this. So the way that these desktop stacks work, it's different than dock stacks if you ever use stacks in the dock. But it does do the same thing in that it groups files together. You can turn it on by making sure you have the desktop selected. So you want to be in Finder, but you also want to click on the desktop to make sure another Finder window isn't what's selected. It's the desktop that's selected. Then you go to View and you'll see Use Stacks. You turn that on and it collapses all of your files really neatly into these little categories. So here it has figured out that all of my files really fall into three categories: Documents, Images, and PDF documents. When I click on one, like Documents here, it expands it and it fills the rest of this column and the next column with just those documents. And I can collapse it again into that single item. Same thing here with Images. It will expand it to fill the rest of this column, the next one, and then PDF documents is still there as a stack afterwards. I can expand multiple ones. So I can expand PDF documents and also the regular documents here, and you can see all of these now. So it's really handy. You can collapse them as you need. Now you don't have to go with just these categories here. You can say View, Group Stacks By, and change to say Last Date Opened, for instance. And then you end up with stacks that are, here's previous days, here's earlier. You can change it to something else like tags or date modified, for instance. And you can see here now it's got years there, and I could expand a year and go back. So you have the ability to basically say how you want to do this. The date modified or date created may actually be really useful for some people, although kind is probably the way most people will use it. You can easily turn it off and everything's back the way it was. So it doesn't actually clean things up. It's just kind of a temporary view. Notice there's a keyboard shortcut that's Control-Command-0. That's 0, not the O key. So when you use that, you can very quickly go to Stacks and back. So you can kind of get a temporary handle on what's going on there, find something, and you can use any of these icons just as you would normally. You can double click on it to open. You can drag and drop it somewhere onto an app or whatever. So it's just a better way to handle a mess if you have a mess on your desktop. Of course, the best way is to actually not put files there for very long, but actually just use it as a quick temporary place and then organize all your files. But if you do have a desktop that looks like this, then using the new Desktop Stacks feature could be very handy.